presentation is due tomorrow. Why did I wait so long?
Yeah, and unfortunately, time travel remains unavailable to us.
But I do have the next best thing. I'm just gonna use AI. Okay.
Well, how's it sound?
I mean, it sounds not like me.
Well, yeah.
It sounds like someone who learned everything about me, but from my search history.
That's because it doesn't have your experiences, your relationships, your weirdly specific opinions.
Oh, my correct opinions.
The point is, it doesn't have the part of you that makes you you.
It sounds like I actually have to write this thing.
And yes, now the Pope has entered the chat.
Oh, that's him now. Hi, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Nick. Welcome to Catholic Central. Today we're talking about artificial intelligence and Pope Leo's first encyclical letter, Magnifica Humanitas, or in English, Magnificent Humanity.
Every generation gets a technological revolution. The steam engine, electricity, space travel, the internet, and now, artificial intelligence.
And in every generation that faced the question, okay, this changes everything. Where do we go from here? Popes have felt the need to shine a light on innovation and how it had the power to change our lives for the better. Or not so better. Something to help navigate us in times that might feel confusing or overwhelming.
Popes have weighed in on factories, labor, economics, the environment, and now in Magnifica Humanitas, Pope Leo focuses on one big question. If technology keeps getting smarter, are we staying human?
He asks if the tech we build and the way we use it will protect our inherent dignity as human beings or chip away at its magnificence.
He says we can either build a new Tower of Babel or build a society where technology actually serves people.
Because the original Tower of Babel isn't just about building an awesome tower to reach the sky, it's about people chasing power, efficiency, and success while forgetting God, and eventually forgetting each other. It reduced people's value to what they could produce and achieve, and that's why the whole thing fell apart, badly.
The Pope's challenge is simple. Use technology that builds toward the future with one another and with God. Not just upward, faster, and alone.
Because the church isn't anti-tech. Contrary to popular belief, Catholics did not invent being suspicious of new technology. As a matter of fact, AI can help people, help heal people, and connect people.
Exactly. AI is already making a real difference in people's lives. An example for someone who is visually impaired, AI-powered screen readers can help them read documents, navigate websites, and interact with technology more easily. For people who are deaf or hard of hearing, AI can generate real-time captions during conversations, meetings, or videos. And in healthcare, AI is helping doctors and researchers spot diseases earlier and analyze medical images more accurately.
It can also break down language barriers through translation apps,
facilitando la comunicación entre personas de diferentes culturas.
And that's exactly how we need to view technology, as a tool. Tools are great. Like, a hammer is great. It can build a house. But at the same time, it can smash your thumb.
And as much as technology has the potential to help us, it has just as much potential to harm us.
The Pope warns, technology becomes dangerous when people become less important than efficiency and profit.
That's when we drift into Babel territory.
Which is why the Pope is concerned, saying we cannot consider AI morally neutral.
But wait, I thought we just said that the church didn't think AI was evil.
But it doesn't. The Pope's point is that technology doesn't make moral decisions. People do. The people designing it, funding it, using it, that responsibility lands on us.
And without proper ethical design, care, and use, things can get really messy really quick.
Workers get replaced without support. Deepfakes run rampant and blur reality. Algorithms manipulate ideas and decisions. And AI warfare? Yeah, that's not exactly uplifting.
So the question isn't just, can we build it? It's, what kind of world are we building?
A world only of human profit, or a world of human thriving?
Because human beings were not made to simply be productivity machines, nor to be replaced by those machines.
And Pope Leo says exactly that in this encyclical.
Catholicism has this radical belief: your value doesn't come from your productivity.
Whether you run a company, work a gig job, need full-time care, get straight A's, or are currently stress eating cereal while doom scrolling at 1 a.m., you have value and you are loved simply because you exist.
The world often treats worth like a scoreboard, but nothing you do, make, or accomplish changes how valuable you are. God created us in His image and called us very good before we did a single thing.
In a culture obsessed with optimization, followers, hacks, and hustle, the church says human beings are sacred before they accomplish anything.
Human dignity is a gift, freely given by God, which means you can't earn it, you can't lose it, and it belongs to every single one of us.
And honestly, this probably feels a little bit strange for a lot of us.
Because many of us grew up in non-stop tech culture. Updates, notifications, algorithms, and updates to the updates.
Which is probably why so many of us feel behind or uncertain of what to do next.
Getting lost in the machine has left us at a loss for meaning. Somewhere along the way, getting connected started leaving people disconnected.
A lot of people already feel less like a person and more like a byte of data.
Progress doesn't always mean progress for the human person.
New forms of dehumanization. That's the phrase the Pope keeps coming back to. Why? Well, think about it. We're already living with some of it, getting reduced to metrics, follower counts, productivity scores, dating apps where people become trading cards, job applications filtered by algorithms before a human even sees your name.
Or spending hours scrolling through everyone else's highlight reel until yours just seems like buffering content. With so much happening in the world, it can be hard not to want to stay tuned in, but being trapped in an endless feed of chaos, a different story.
The problem is, it's not like how it used to be. At least the old TV station shut down for the night.
But the algorithm never sleeps, and constant exposure can lead to a numbness of what we see online, which the Pope warned us about too.
Along with this is the very real danger of digital addiction. Constant feed equals constant scrolling, designed to keep us looking downward instead of outward, looking at our screens instead of the world.
AI raises the stakes with its potential to enter almost every corner of our day-to-day life.
We can lose a sense of what is real or even true. And ultimately, that can lead to true isolation, not being able to trust anyone or anything.
It can also start to replace our creativity when a project can just be completed at the click of a button.
But not only can the creation itself start to feel lifeless, but we as creative beings lose a way in which we can truly grow and become, well, more human. The point isn't only the finished product, it's who you become while making it.
That's where we see the risk of dehumanization taking on a very flashy technical disguise.
Ultimately, we want to make sure we're using tech to draw closer to what it means to be human and not farther away.
And no, Pope Leo isn't asking people to throw their phones in the ocean.
He's asking for ethical guardrails, thoughtfulness, slower decisions when the consequences are huge.
The goal is to stop harmful development, protect workers, and serve the common good.
Because we are responsible for one another and belong to one another. We're a human family.
Technology should help humanity flourish, not replace humanity altogether.
Pope Leo is calling on all of us, whether we're tech users or designers, to remember what makes us human and to build from there.
Because our humanity is at its best when we are in communion with one another, and most importantly, with God.
Maybe the real question isn't whether AI can become more human. Maybe it's whether humans can remember how to remain human.
For Catholic Central, I'm Gabby.
And I'm Nick. See you next time.